In order to learn cross+1, you need to first understand what a good cross+1 during inspection looks like. To have a good cross+1, you need to know your cross solution along with how to solve your first pair. You need to execute your cross and first pair with fluid execution and minimal pauses. And lastly, you need to be able to look for your second pair during your cross+1 execution. So obviously for cross+1, you're going to need to have the ability to fully plan your cross and inspection. So if you're not yet comfortable with that, maybe this video is a little bit advanced. So a large part of having a good cross+1 is to be able to track your pieces. It is best to track pieces during inspection, but in the beginning when you're just getting started with cross+1, or when the scramble isn't that great, it's still acceptable to track your pieces during cross execution. This may seem like a daunting task at first, but you can make it a lot easier by knowing which pieces are good to track, which is the most important part of cross+1. Free pairs are always a good place to start. If you see a free pair during inspection that's part of your cross, you should definitely see how your cross solution affects that pair and maybe even try to preserve it. You also want to look out for pieces that are part of your F2L and will end up in the top layer. If both the edge and the corner end up in the top layer, that's probably a good pair to do as your first pair. If one piece ends up in the top layer and another ends up in the bottom two layers, it is acceptable to do as your first pair as long as the angle is good, and if there's nothing better that has pieces both in the top layer. If both of the pieces are in the F2L, I would highly recommend not doing that as a first pair, as it's very likely that there's another pair that you can do that is better. Additionally, you can sometimes alter your cross solution to be able to preserve a pair or set up to a better case. So this comes with practice and experience, so make sure you're actively attempting to track your first pair during inspection when you practice. You might find that once you start doing some cross+1 during your solves, you're pausing a lot before your second pair. This is a very common problem, and it's likely because you're so focused on making sure that you did the cross+1 right, that you forget about tracking your second pair. As you practice more with cross+1, you'll become more confident in your solutions and this will sort of naturally go away. But keep in mind that you still have to look for your second pair during your cross+1 execution, and don't look at what you're solving. Alright guys, that's gonna be all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with a friend, and I'll see you in my next video.